prove theorem 1.4 modulo some standard techniques. Okay, section 6. Okay, first let us recall theorem 1.4, main theorem of this talk. Let x to y be a surjective morphism between smooth projective varieties. Smooth projective. Okay. And F has connected fibers. We assume this is assumption. Assume the geometric generic fiber of this map has a good minimal model. Okay. This is an important assumption. Then there exists a generically finite morphism y prime to y. This is a generically finite morphism from smooth projective variety. Smooth projective variety. And consider base change. This is a given morphism fx to y, and this one tau, and consider commutative diagonal like this. And x prime is any resolution of base change x y prime. Okay, and yeah. Then f prime push forward omega x prime y prime tensor M is a NEF locally free C for any M. This is the main theorem of my lectures. Okay. Okay, let's start the proof of theorem 1.4. Okay. Step 1. We take weak semi-stable reduction. Weak semi-stable reduction of fx to y. This is a result by Abramovich and Karp. Okay, so we can construct the following commutative diagram. X to y. This is a given morphism, and this is a weak semi-stable reduction. Tau x dagger, f dagger. Okay. Y prime is a smooth projective variety. Smooth projective variety, and tau is generically finite. Okay. And this diagram satisfies the following conditions. First condition is x dagger is a projective, of course, normal projective Gorenstein variety such that x dagger is birationally equivalent to the base change x y prime. Okay. Okay. Second one. Second condition. Ux dagger contained x dagger to uy dash contained y dash this is F dagger is toroidal and equidimensional. And F dagger inverse uy prime equal u x dagger. Okay. This notation says this is a non-empty Zariski open set of this variety, and this means ethyl locally this is a toric variety, and this is victorious. Okay, and similarly ethyl locally this is toric variety, and this is a victorious, and F dagger is ethyl up to ethyl isomorphism. This is toric morphism. Okay. And the inverse of this open set is this one. Okay. Okay. Final condition. This is a very important condition. All the fiber of F dagger is reduced. Okay. Abramovich and Karl construct such model and call this one semi-stable reduction of this morphism. Okay. And this is a kind of generalization of classical semi-stable reduction theorem. Classical result is the case when y is a curve. In that case, we can choose x dagger. Sorry, x dagger is smooth, but for higher dimensional base case, sorry, x. Yeah. Okay, higher dimensional case, in general, x dagger is not necessarily smooth, but only Gorenstein singularities. And moreover, okay, I had some remark. Okay, x dagger has only rational Gorenstein singularities. Okay, Gorenstein is in the condition 1, and rational comes from toroidal. Okay, so in condition 2, x dagger is locally isomorphic to toric variety, so the singularity is rational. Okay, so x dagger has only rational Gorenstein singularities. So x dagger has only canonical Gorenstein singularities. And one more remark. F dagger constructed in the weak stem-stable reduction is flat. Okay, this follows from y prime is smooth. Y prime is a smooth projective variety in step 1, and x dagger is Cohen-Macaulay. It is because x dagger is locally analytically isomorphic to a toric variety, so only has rational singularity. Rational singularity implies Cohen-Macaulayness. So, yeah, x dagger is Cohen-Macaulay, and this condition, F dagger is equidimensional. This means all the fiber of F dagger is equidimensional. Okay, then F dagger is flat. Okay. 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 So let's go back to this situation. In this situation, we consider f prime x prime to y prime. X prime is any resolution of this one. Then f prime push forward omega x prime y prime tensor m is isomorphic to f だが push forward omega x だが y prime tensor m. Okay? For any positive integer m. Okay? This follows from remark 6.1. Okay? X dagger is Gorenstein and only has canonical singularity. So this is canonically isomorphic to this one. Okay, so it is sufficient. It is sufficient to prove this one is a neph-locally free sheaf. Okay. Okay. So this is a step 1. Okay. Okay. Let's go to step 2. This part we need a minimal model program. Okay. We can take a good relative good minimal model. Model of this one f dagger x dagger to y prime. Okay, this is a weakly semistable morphism constructed in step 1, and by assumption we can take a relative good minimal model of this morphism. So this means we can construct the following diagram: x dagger to y prime x dagger. This is a weakly semistable morphism constructed in, before, and obtain a commutative diagram like this f tilde, and this is a good minimal model of x dagger over y prime. Okay. By assumption, the geometric generic fiber of fx to y, so this one has a good minimal model. Then we can easily check that this one. The geometric generic fiber of this morphism has also a good minimal model. Yeah, it's not trivial, but we can easily check this statement. Okay, and theorem 5.2 explained in last lecture. We have this one, relative good minimal model. Relative good minimal model. Okay. And x dagger has only canonical singularities. In this remark, then x tilde has also canonical singularities. Therefore, F だがプッシュフォワードオメガ X だが Y プライムテンサー M is canonically isomorphic to F チルダプッシュフォワード OX チルダ MKX チルダ Y プライム Okay? In general, X tilde is not Gorenstein's, but we can define a canonical divisor and deceive and obtain this isomorphism for any. Okay. So in order to prove this is locally free, it is sufficient to treat deceive. Okay. And the next claim is a key claim. This is a key point. From now on, we would like to explain this is a locally free sheaf for any positive integer n. Okay. Key point. Let P is a closed point of Y prime be an arbitrary point. Point means closed point, and let C be a smooth curve on Y prime such that C passes through this point P and C equal H1 intersection H dimension Y minus 1. Okay, and HI is a smooth general ample Kalte divisor for any I. Okay. Okay. So take a smooth very ample divisor passing through P and cut Y prime. Okay. So C is a complete intersection curve passing through P. Okay. Then X dagger C. This is by definition base change of this one. So restrict everything to C. To C is weakly semi-stable. This means this morphism is toroidal and has only Gorenstein singularities, and all the fibers are equidimensional and reduced. Okay, and this part X tilde C. This is X tilde base change C is normal and has only canonical singularities. Okay. So this implies F tilde X tilde to Y prime is equidimensional. Okay. The key point is that we can choose any point P then take general hyperplane passing through P and obtain a curve. Then we obtain this one, x tilde c to, sorry, x tilde c is normal. And so this variety is dominant onto C. So the fiber is equidimensional. Okay. So this is because x tilde C to C is this is a curve, and this is a normal. So this is flat. Okay. So this means fiber F tilde inverse P is dimension equal dimension x tilde minus dimension y prime. Okay. Equidimensional, and y tilde has only canonical singularity, so this is Cohen-Macaulay and this is smooth, so F tilde is flat. Okay. So this means this claim says the original morphism is weakly semistable. Then take a minimal model. Then this is equidimensional flat morphism. Okay. Okay. Proof of this claim by Abramovich and Kao. Pitch and Karu. X dagger H1. This is a base change of X dagger by H1 to H1 is weakly semistable. So F dagger X dagger to Y prime is weakly semistable. In that case, by taking general hyperplane and take the base change, Abramovich proved this is also weakly semistable. This has a natural toroidal structure, and this morphism is toroidal and equidimensional, and all the fibers are reduced. Okay, this is a key result, and in particular, this is only rational Gorenstein singularity. Gorenstein singularities. So this means the pair X dagger H1 is PLT. Okay. This pair has only purely log terminal singularity. It is because this has only rational Gorenstein singularity. So the singularities of this one is canonical. Okay, and this is the Karuti divisor on this normal variety. So by adjunction, this has only Kawamata log terminal singularities. Canonical means KLT. Then by inversion of adjunction, this is PLT. Okay, so inversion of adjunction. It is a standard argument for in the minimal model program. Next step, by the negativity lemma, the negativity lemma, we can prove x tilde h1. This is a base change of x tilde by h1 is PLT. Okay. Yeah, the discrepancy of this pair is not smaller than this one, so PLT implies this one also PLT. Then, and this is a Cartier divisor on this normal variety, okay? Then, this is a normal variety, okay? By adjunction. This fact can be proved by Kawamata-Fiebeck vanishing theorem, okay? And it is well known. And by adjunction again, and the negativity lemma this variety has only canonical singularities. Okay. Repeat this argument. Then X tilde C to C has the desired properties. Okay. This is weakly semi-stable, so take H2 and repeat the same argument. So yeah, by repeating the same argument, dimension y prime minus 1 times, then we obtain x tilde C is normal and has only canonical singularities, and so of course this is dominant, so this map is flat, and we can choose C passing for a given arbitrary point. So this means F tilde is itself flat. Okay. This is a key claim. Lemma 6.3. This is due to Nakayama about 30 years ago. Let G V to C is a projective surjective morphism, and V is a normal for simplicity Kaji projective variety, and C is a smooth curve, or smooth Kaji projective curve, and V has only canonical singularities. And we assume KV, this is the assumption, KV is G semi-ample. Okay, so this is a relative good minimal model itself. Okay, then higher direct image of OV M times KV is locally free for any I and any non-negative positive integer m. Okay, this is Nakayama's version of torsion free theorem. This lemma says this is locally free, but in this case, C is a curve, so this is nothing but torsion free. Okay. Okay. So, this lemma 6.3 is a generalization of Collard's follows torsion-free theorem. Torsion freeness. Okay. Corollary torsion freeness says for FV to W is V is smooth projective, and W is projective variety, any projective variety, and F is surjective. Then this C or VKV is torsion free. Okay. If W is a smooth curve, then this is locally free. And Corollary torsion freeness only treats canonical divisor. But Nakayama's lemma says this is locally free for any m. But we need a very strong assumption. Okay. Yeah. Without this assumption, I don't know this if this CF behaves well or not. Okay. We need this strong assumption. So in theorem 1.4, we assumed the geometric generic fiber has a good minimal model because I'd like to apply this lemma. So this is a very strong assumption. Okay. Step 3. By step 2 and lemma 6.3, we see dimension H0 x tilde y or x tilde mk x tilde y prime restricted to x tilde y is constant, is independent of y for any. Okay. First apply step 2. Then we have the situation that the base space is a curve. Apply lemma, this lemma. Then this type of CF is constant. And the key point is that we can choose first take arbitrary point P and take general intersection curve C. Okay, so by combining step 2 and lemma Nakayama's this lemma, we obtain this is independent of y. Okay, and by the flat base change theorem. Yeah, of course we have to check this CF is flat over y prime, but we can check this CF is also flat over y prime. Okay. If this divisor is Cartier, then this is nothing but flatness of F tilde. But in general, this is not a line band, so we need some arguments. But we can check this is flat over y prime, and so we can apply the flat base change theorem. Then F tilde or x tilde mkx tilde y prime is locally free for any m. Okay. So by the isomorphism above, we obtain F dagger push forward relative pluricanonical bundle is also locally free. Okay, so F だが push forward オメガ X だが Y プライムテンサ M is locally free for any. Okay, this is step 3. Okay, in step 4, I will prove this locally free sheaf is semi-positive, equivalent to numerically effective. Step 4, nearness of push forward omega x prime y prime tensor m. Okay, this is the final step. Since f dot push forward, sorry. Okay, so let us recall the notation. This is a given one, and this is a weak semi-stable reduction, weak SS reduction, and fx prime to y prime, and this is any resolution of base change. Okay, so x prime dot y prime is isomorphic to this one, omega x dot y prime tensor m. Okay, as I explained before, this has only rational Gorenstein singularity, so we have this isomorphism. Okay, and by taking the relative minimal model, we obtain this one, mkx tilde y prime. And in step 3, this is locally free. In step 3. Okay, so we have the desired local freeness. This is locally free. In order to prove the nearness of this locally free sheaf, we use this one. Okay. Yeah. In this step, we check this locally free sheaf is near. In this step, we do not need a good minimal model. Good minimal model was only used for the local freeness of such sheaves. Okay. We consider S times fiber product x dagger S to this is a S times fiber product y prime x dagger to y prime. Okay, this is S-fold fiber product. Okay. In this case, we can check x dagger S is normal, and has only rational Gorenstein singularities. Okay, let us see the S equal 2 case. X dagger to y prime, F dagger, X dagger. Okay, and and f dagger x dagger to y prime is weakly stable, weakly semi-stable. Okay. Yeah. Weak semi-stability implies all the fibers of this morphism is reduced and equidimensional. So we can easily check that this is smooth in codimension 1. Okay. Okay. So fibers are equidimensional and reduced. So we can directly check this is this is non-singular in codimension 1. And by base change theorem, this is Gorenstein, this is also Gorenstein. And by taking flat base change theorem, we can check this is Gorenstein. So we have Gorenstein and smooth in codimension 1. Gorenstein implies Cohen-Macaulay, so smooth in codimension and Searles-2 condition implies normal. Okay, and one more. Local analytically, this is isomorphic to toric varieties. These are isomorphic to toric varieties. Okay, and this map and this map is toric, local analytically. Okay, so taking fiber product, so x duct 2 is local analytically isomorphic to a toric variety. Okay. In general, we have to take normalization, but we have already known that this one is normal, so we do not need to take normalization, and so locally everything is toric, and this is local analytical isomorphic to toric varieties. Okay, so toric singularity is rational, so we have rational singularities. So anyway, S equals 2 case, we checked this is normal and has only rational Gorenstein singularities. By repeating the same arguments, we obtain this is normal and has only rational Gorenstein singularities. So therefore, the proof when if x to y is smooth works with some minor modifications. The proof when this morphism is smooth, I explained in the last lecture. Phi Beck's fiber product trick and Popper and Schnell's effective freeness. Okay. Then there exists a line bundle M such that this is a line bundle on Y prime such that S times tensor product of this one omega x dagger Y prime tensor M is generated by global sections for any S. Okay? Of course, first we fix M, and then we can choose M, which is independent of S. Okay? Okay? Of course, this M is depend on this small m, but yeah, here we fix this M, and key point is this M is independent of this S. Okay, and then if push forward this one, y prime tensor M. Y prime tensor M is NEF. Okay? By lemma 3.3. Okay, the last lemma in the first lecture, I think. Okay? Yeah, in order to apply Phoebus fiber product tree, we need the local freeness of this one. So in this fiber product tree, we repeatedly use projection formula. So we need to know this is locally free. Okay, once we know this is locally free, we can apply this result. And one more remark: Popper and Schnell's effective freeness was formulated for smooth projective varieties. But in our case, this has this variety fiber product has some singularities, but it has only rational Gorenstein singularity, so there are no problems to apply Popper and Schnell's effective freeness. Anyway, we can prove this is NEF. Okay. I hope theorem 1.4 will have many applications, but here I explain one small application. Section 7 theorem. Fx to y is weakly semistable, and x and y are projective varieties. So the y is a smooth projective variety, and the x is a normal projective variety with Gorenstein singularities, and this is toroidal and equidimensional, and all the fibers are reduced. Okay, and we assume this is assumption: X generic fiber has a good minimal of general type. This is assumption. And we assume this is also assumption variation f equal dimension 1 y. Okay, this condition sometimes was called f has maximal variation. Sorry, I omit the precise definition of this one, but this means this model has non-trivial modular in any direction. Okay. Then determinant f push forward omega xy tensor M is NEF and V for some sufficiently large M. Okay, we can easily check this theorem. Okay, the geometric generic fiber is of general type. Then by BCHN, we can construct a good minimal model. So we can apply theorem 1.4 without any extra assumption. So we can prove this is a locally free sheaf, and this is NEF. But by taking determinant, we have a NEF line bundle, and use this assumption. Yeah, this map has maximal moduli, maximal variation. Then we can prove this is B. Okay, and by using this theorem, we can quickly recover. So as a corollary, this is Corral and Fiebeck. Fx to y is projective surjective morphism with connected fibers. And x and y are smooth projective variety. Okay, smooth projective varieties. And x theta bar, the geometric fiber, is a general type. If kappa y, Kodaira dimension of y is non-negative, then kappa x is greater than or equal to kappa x theta bar. Of course, this is the dimension of this fiber plus max variation f kappa y. Okay, sorry, I didn't explain this invariant, but it is answer to E-Taka-Fiebeck conjecture, Fiebeck CNM plus conjecture for the case the geometric generic fiber is general type of general type. Okay, by once we know this is Neff and weak, it is some kind of routine work to prove this result. Originally, Corral proved this. Corral proved this result by using very difficult result on variation of Hodge structure. Corral's result, Corral's proof uses deep result on variation of Hodge structure. Okay. Very difficult. So he needs very difficult results in the paper by Kattani, Kaplan, Schmidt. Okay. So for us it is very difficult to understand everything. Okay. And after Corral proved this result, Fiebeck proved this theorem by his method. Fiebeck's proof is more elementary, but clever and complicated. Yeah, he don't use deep results on variation of Hodge structure. Here he used his theory of weak positivity and various his theory of weak positivity and so on. I think his proof is elementary, much more elementary than Corral's proof. But his proof is always very clever and complicated. But now we can apply theorem, this theorem. Of course, this theorem. Yeah, this theorem. This is theorem. Theorem 7.1 and this corollary 7.2. Corollary 7.2 uses BCHM and weak stem-cell reduction theorem, QSS reduction. So the proof of these results are not so elementary, but now BCHM is a standard result, and weak stem-cell reduction is also a standard technique in higher dimensional algebraic geometry. So by using these new standard techniques, we can recover their result without any using these deep result or complicated technique. Okay, I stop here.